Is this working now? Can you guys hear me? Oh, yay! Okay. And there's my alarm saying, "Hey, it's time to do this." Yeah, thank you. Well, hello, everybody. Hi, Robert. Okay, great. I'm glad it's working. Carl, I'm really nervous about this. Cool. Okay, so we've got Gary from Arizona and Rusty Nix and Shinra president. Nice. And Quo Vadis. And Jesus Powell from San Bernardino, California. Nice, Daniel. Auto Bookworm. Michelle Lawrence from Nova Scotia. See, here's my problem, is that I have a real problem with tripping over my tongue, and that's why I'm nervous. See, when I'm recording, I can edit out all my flubs, but it's like, hello, Troy from Iowa, home working primate from Cardiff, Wales. Awesome. And Darth Crosis from Spokane, Washington. Seth Nico, hello. This is exciting. So I have to tell you how bad I am at tripping over my tongue, especially when I'm nervous. I was watching The Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire with my kids, and Voldemort comes back, and Cedric dies, and the end credits roll, and I turn to my kids, and I'm being all dramatic, and I say, "That's right, kids. The Dork Lord is back." And Girl Spawn just cracked up laughing, and I have never been able to live that down. So, yes, the Dork Lord. Yes, that's why I'm wearing my Don't Panic shirt, Gary. Although I seem to be flipped. I wonder if I can. There. Is it not backwards now? Albanese from Australia. Hello. And Virginia, Rusty Nix. It is now backwards. This is all reversed. Okay, I'll flip it back. It's backwards for me, but fine for everybody else. There we go. And there's a fly in here. Ah, I have no idea how we got a fly in here. Okay, so that's gonna voice spawner, you gonna kill the fly for me? No. Hey, Temple of the Gods. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. where you are, aren't you? Isn't it? So, okay, I've got this box here from Robert that he sent to me, and it's full of Star Wars stuff. He gave me a couple of previews where I know the fly walk. Ah, there it goes. He gave me a couple of previews of what's in it. Hey, option 0, 3 a.m. where you are, said Nico. Wow. Okay, so CMJ Makeup and Wigs. Hey, nice. Cool. Okay, so should I wait a little bit longer for more people to get here? Um, wow, 41 people. That's more than I was expecting. Well, welcome everybody. I'm glad you could join me. Um, oh, it's Sunday lunchtime where you are. Okay. Yeah, it's still Saturday here. Okay, so shall I start opening it, or do you guys have any questions you want to ask me first? How's the sound? I've got that noise filter going on. Is there any background noise that's bothering you? Okay, I'm gonna open it. Here we go. See, and I'm thinking to myself as I'm opening this up, I'm like, oh, I'll just edit this part out because this is, and I'm like, oh, wait, this is live. I'm definitely not used to this. Yes, I am original trilogy era. Troy? Oh, we have got lots of packing peanuts. I was 6 years old, almost 7, when I saw Star Wars in the theater uh, in 1977. So, okay, so the first thing I have is Grief Karga. Oh, this is awesome. I love this. I don't have any Funko Pops. This is the first Funko Pop in my collection. Oh, that's nice. I love this filter. It's called Crisp, KRISP. 9, or in the original trilogy. Reggie, what's in the effing box? Okay. You were 5, Michelle? That's so cool. Oh, this feels. I'm getting packing peanuts everywhere. This is another package. A package within a package. Hello, boy spawn. Are you going to be watching me over there? He's going to be very quiet. Now the scissors are stuck. Look at that. Is it focusing? Can you guys see that? Oh, this is beautiful. Can I slide it? Oh, that's a nice protector. Oh, it's got this certification number on it. There's a signature on it. It's been signed. My gosh. Charlie Cox autograph. Ah, look right there. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, Charlie Cox. Oh, wow. Oh my, okay, I'm putting this back in this nice protector. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Showing it to Voice Spot. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have a heart attack here. Carl Weathers, signature. Wow. This is awesome. Yes, I'm completely flustered, Daniel. Oh, okay. Let's oh, okay. Now you can see my real name. I am speechless. I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh, Charlie Cox is supposed to show up in the She-Hulk show? I did not know that. This is You might have noticed I kind of cleaned up my area back here. And that's because I knew Robert was going to be sending me stuff. I had no, but anyway, this is going to be going all back there. Yes, Ashley Eckstein autograph. Okay, I'm gonna. That's that box. Let's see. There's another box in here. There go all the packing peanuts. What are you doing? Do I need some tissues? I might. Thank you, Boy Spawn. Okay. The Armorer in The Mandalorian. I love her, and she signed it. I'm gonna have lots of fun cleaning up the peanuts. Boy Spawn says he'll help. Cameron from South Carolina, welcome. I hope I haven't missed anybody. Well, I know that you're in the chat. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that signature. Okay. Okay. Gotta make sure there's nothing. Oh, there is something else hiding in here. I don't have a P.O. box yet, Jason. The only reason that Robert was able to send me stuff is because he's a really good friend. I need to make a P.O. box and then I'll post it and make it available for everybody. Okay. How do I open this without ruining anything? Here we go. Black Series figures are amazing. You have 20 of them, Seth? Holy cow. The Clone Wars and the Mandalorian. Get the ladies some tissues. Ridiculous Ed. That is an awesome figurine. The armor, yes, she was my favorite part about season 1. I really hope she makes another appearance too. Yes, and I am feeling better. Thank you, Babe Cat 2000. Okay. I'm gonna have to open the other end because this looks like it's a poster and I don't want to. Lone Wolf and Cub. You know, I still haven't seen those movies. I've only read the manga. Okay. Carefully. Okay. Nice. It's going on my wall. That in focus? Can everybody see that? Oh, yes. Yes, I would also want to see what the armorer thinks of the Darksaber because, yeah, that was made by the first Mandalorian Jedi. That would be so cool. Boy Spawn, I do need a tissue. Could you grab me one, please?
Sure thing.
There's more. I'm gonna just try and get everything out of here. Really, 2 squares. Yeah, I think. Okay.
It's a big mess.
Yes, that is a big mess. But now I have these two. Thank you. Eric, thank you. J-Dubs. Yes, I feel like a 6-year-old. So many. That's all right. I'm going to open this one here. Bridget, thank you. I hope we can meet someday. Oh, wow. This brings back some memories. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh man, I would watch that every week. And I remember going to Universal Studios where they had the rotating ice cave from that one episode with, I think it was like a Sasquatch or a Yeti or something. And we got to go through it and I was so excited because I'd seen it on, yeah. I can't even imitate it. But yes, this is awesome. Thank you. And got, this is the back. Birth of the Bionic Man, the Iron Heart, the Man from the Future, Bionic Berserker. This is an LP. No, I don't, Daniel. I don't call them boy spawn and girl spawn in real life. How that started is that girl spawn put me in her phone and she listed me as Spawn Point. And I thought that was hilarious, you know? So I started, you know, I put her in my phone as girl spawn, and then I put boy spawn in as boy spawn. And it's a good way of protecting their anonymity. Exactly. You know, so yeah. And it's one of the reasons I'm kind of nervous that boy spawn is in here right now because I'm afraid I'll just, you know, yell his name in my excitement. No, it would not.
I like his foot sing.
Yeah. Okay. This is great. Okay, I think I'm on to the last package here. I'm completely overwhelmed. Robert, thank you so much. This is amazing. And I will get a PO box as soon as I can. And okay, this is another comic. It's in one of those protective clear packages, so I'm going to be very careful. Gene the Book. I hope I pronounced that right. You have a bad feeling season 2 will open with a heist by someone in Clone Force 99 armor and revealed to be aged up Omega. I'm wondering if she's going to be in The Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett, because I have watched through episode 10. I haven't seen episode 11 yet, but I do know that Omega is, a pure Jango Fett clone, just like Boba Fett. So, Boba Fett has a sister. So he has a sister. All right. This one is doubly tucked in there. Omega Fett. Bad Batch 11 is a banger. I don't doubt it. The past few episodes have been. I've already watched Rebels, Roberto. I'm shaking, you guys. Thank you for more tissue, boy spawn. Gosh. Yes, Robert is an awesome friend. Babe Cat 2000. He tweets in the mall character. I am not on Twitter. I know, isn't this awesome? I'm not on Twitter, but I would get on Twitter just to watch him tweet as Maul. Jackdaw, yes. I'm glad that we're on the same level of geek. And Australia, awesome. Okay, I have to tell you guys, I have never. Yes, this is so amazing. Okay, my wall is going to be totally filled up the next time I'm still just. I am overwhelmed, you guys. Wow. Are we sliding from an unboxing into a 3-hour live reaction stream? I I'm sorry, I can't. I can't go much longer than another half hour at the most because I have family stuff. But I know, look at, isn't that beautiful? Well, thank you, Cameron and Quo Vadis. Thank you. Oh, this is so awesome, you guys. Yes, I am feeling so much better. That month of June was really rough. Now, did I miss anybody? Did I miss saying hi to anybody? Because if I did, I'm sorry. I'm kind of shaky right now. Hello, Temple of the Gods. Okay, now, hello, Gail Miller. Oh, yes, I saw that you were going to come. I'm glad you made it. Oh, yes. Yes, I agree. Quo Vadis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, I actually have the Star Wars Vision trailer pulled up. Um, who is my favorite Dr. Rusty Nix? It's got to be 11. And oh boy, I mean, I love David Tennant, but Matt Smith, I love his stories. I love Amy Pond. I love River Song, and from the old school series, Peter Davidson, and of course, the Fourth Doctor. So Fifth and Fourth Doctor um, are my favorites from the original. What?
I made him say comfy chairs.
You I made him say comfy chairs. Yes.
My favorite quote.
That's Boy Spawn's favorite quote. I made him say comfy chairs. Okay, let's see. When am I going to post more of The Expanse? I know I have a lot of catching up to do. Okay, so I've been watching The Expanse and The Boys for members on my buymeacoffee.com website. And I am behind. I've only watched like the first 2 episodes and of either of them. So I do have a lot of catching up. Yeah, Tom Baker, his mind totally, there we go. His name totally slipped my mind. I almost said his mind totally slipped my name. I love Peter Capaldi. Now I can't talk at all. Yes, the packing peanuts. Your daughter is Mara Jade. Oh, that is awesome. Yes, I love Peter Capaldi. I wish that I think my favorite Peter Capaldi episode is the Husbands of River Song, where that whole thing with River gets tied up, and I just consider that, like, for me, that is, I don't know, for me, I think that was a good ending point for me with modern Doctor Who, because there were still some good episodes after that, and I liked Bill. She was sassy, but oh, thank you, Gail. Did I miss anybody? Jean the Book. Thank you for $2. I only see Omega and Wrecker surviving to Mando. Yeah, I kind of see that too. And I was thinking the other day, there's that early Rebels episode where they encounter Rex. Isn't Wrecker with him? Because I think he's the one who goes, fishing for that large sand serpent. I can't remember. Okay, Reggie, I have not seen the trailer for season 2 of The Witcher because I haven't watched season 1 of The Witcher. Do I have a favorite Star Wars novel? By the way, The Witcher is what I'm going to be watching next. And uh, yeah, that's the next episode. So I'm not going to watch the season 2 episode or the season 2 trailer of The Witcher until I finish season 1 because I don't want to get spoiled. Quo Vadis, do I have a favorite Star Wars novel? It would have to be the original Thrawn trilogy. I know that's 3 novels, but um, that was the first time, reading that trilogy was the first time I really felt Star Wars after the original trilogy had come and gone. Seth Nico, I heard they crapped all over Doctor Who. I am not thrilled with Chris Chibnall at all. I think maybe Jodie Whittaker could have been a better doctor if she had better material, but I don't know. I can't really say anything. As far as the doctor being female, I prefer the doctor to be a guy just because I prefer the doctor to be a guy. But I don't have anything against the doctor. I mean, okay, so in Peter Capaldi's era, the Master regenerated into a woman, into Missy, and she pulled it off. She was awesome. But I don't know. I think a female doctor should have had more gravitas than Jodie Whittaker did. Let's see. Oh yes, Jackdaw. Exactly. That was so when she's talking about what the doctor is to her, when River Song is, and he's standing right next to her, and how he's saying, he would never come and save me because he's like the stars. You don't expect the sun to love you back. You don't expect a sunset to admire you. And then the doctor just turns to her and says, "Hello, sweetie." And she just finally sees him. I love that. John Pertwee style was amazing. He he had the ruffles and he had what his car was Betsy, wasn't it? Yes. It's Gregor and Wolf with Rex and the Rebels. Oh, that's right. Heir to the Empire, option 0. Yes, that's it. Jake Imhotep from Ottawa. Thank you. And you're welcome. The Wraith Squadron trilogy was your favorite, Daniel. I don't think I've read that. I need to. Gene the book, $5. Thank you. Wolf and Gregor with Rex. Omega and Wrecker give me Mission and Zalbar from Knights of the Old Republic vibe. So it's a common trope likely to happen. I really like the dynamic between Omega and Wrecker. They've got this, it's, a very brother and sister vibe between them. Commander Wolf is Plo Koon's clone. I did not know that. Almonies. I love how they went full circle with River. It makes the first time we see her mean so much more. I know. I just went back recently and rewatched Silence in the Library, and it breaks my heart when she realizes that the doctor doesn't know her. And when she chains herself up, and is about to give her life, and she's telling the 10th Doctor about their last night together. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. Oh. Temple of the Gods, and River said, "I hate you." Yeah. Yeah, it is, Daniel. It's almost like a Star Wars version of the A-Team with Rogue Squadron. Robert, wait till the next package. It will blow you away. More than this? I don't know how you can top this, Robert. Oh my gosh. You are so awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited. Thank you, Robert. Uh, any other questions? Did I miss anybody? I don't, uh, what can I send you from Australia? Anything you've ever wanted to try? I need to get myself a PO box first. Yes, Auto Bookworm. Robert is a great friend. What was the catalyst to start these reactions? Well, for one thing, I'd I'd always had the urge to. I'm reading the comments in the middle of trying to explain something. I've always had the urge to do reactions since I, started seeing them. I think I first started watching Game of Thrones reactions um, because I wanted to see people react to the Red Wedding. Because I read the novels before watching the series, and I remember when I read the Red Wedding. That's the only time I've ever thrown a book, and I chucked it across the room and it hit the wall. So, I wanted to experience other people's pain, I guess. And then it kind of went from there. I was like, it's really fun yes, the Red Wedding started it all. And I really found it fun to watch other people react so that I could kind of relive that. And there's a short video call. Oh, okay. You retracted, but I saw it. Uh, Rory O'Toole. I have seen the original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 1981, BBC. Okay, I have to tell you how I discovered Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's crazy. Um, Temple of the Gods, $5. Thank you. Just to add more to your plate and keep you busy for an anime suggestion with a great story, English dub, and no fan service, Shadow House. I have never heard of that one. That sounds, I will have to investigate that because, I haven't really. I started watching Demon Slayer. I've watched the first 4 episodes of Demon Slayer like twice now. And then I keep getting distracted. But okay, as I was saying about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I don't want to leave you hanging on that point. How I discovered Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I was 15 years old and I was a sophomore in high school. And my high school, I used to walk across this field to to get to school, and it was a farmer's field, so I had to be very careful walking across it because if I actually walked where he planted, he would get really mad. And one time in the middle of winter, the field was covered with snow. It was a blizzard and fog, and I'm walking across this field back to my house, and he's waiting for me. and he had a shotgun with rock salt. And he's like, "Stop walking where I plant." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, please don't shoot me." But as long as I, walked around the edges, he was okay. Anyway, so I was walking through this field and I saw this white cassette tape on the ground, and it was completely blank. It didn't have anything on it. It was just white. Didn't have a label except for a piece of masking tape that said HHTTG on it. That was it. And I had no idea what it was, but I was curious. So I picked it up and I took it home and I listened to it. And it was the LP recording of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And I was immediately hooked. I was like, what is this that I have found? This amazing tape. So, and this is before I could just Google it on the internet. This was what, 1980, 86? And yes, Seth Nico, Demon Slayer, outsold the entire Western comic industry. And, it's kind of not surprising. Hold on, Auto Bookworm. Okay, so anyway, after I found that tape, then I went to the library, I did research, and I found the books. And at that point, I think it was before So Long and Thanks for All the Fish had come out. And then on our PBS station, they'd already been playing Doctor Who, but then they started playing BBC Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like within 6 months of me finding this tape. And I was like, this is amazing. This is the best thing ever. And I loved that the voice actors from the radio program played the characters in the show, except for Trillian. But yeah, that's how I discovered Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I have not yet watched other people's reaction to the Mandalorian season 2 finale. Let's see, Auto Bookworm. If you're going to bring up anime, Sailor Moon, VizDub, or Crystal. Okay. This is hard because I haven't watched Crystal. My exposure to Sailor Moon was the VizDub, but her voice was so grating that at this point in my life, when I found Sailor Moon, I actually was on the internet in, chat rooms and stuff like that. And I found people who were doing subtitles, So I got a hold of all of Sailor Moon through Super S subtitled, and that's how I watched it. It was fan subbed. So, I haven't watched Crystal, so I can't give an opinion on the dub of it, but the Viz dub is what I watched until I managed to get my hands on the fan subs. Yeah, Shadow's House, got it. Okay, Reggie Salas, speaking of, does Jen have a favorite anime or manga? My favorite anime and manga would have to be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I watched Full Metal Alchemist in 2003, when they first started animating it, and then they ran out of manga to cover, so they just kind of went off and made their own story. And I was kind of disappointed with how it ended. So when, but I kept reading the manga and I loved the manga. It was just the most expansive, the characters, the story, the world building, all of it was so amazing. And the climax and the finale and the wrap up, it was just the most satisfying, one of the most satisfying stories I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing. So, yeah, but I've had, so through the years, yes, I've had lots of favorites. Other than, I actually started out, my very first anime was Gatchaman. Only the Harmony Gold version that they brought over here that was G-Force. I was like 6 or 7 years old when G-Force was showing, and I loved G-Force. And then it was Battle of the Planets. And then Robotech came out, which of course was Macross. And when I first saw it come on, I was like, oh, this is the same animation style as Battle of the Planets. So I started watching Robotech, and then, of course, that was amazing. And that got me into, finding out about the Japanese original. And then I really didn't have any exposure to anime for years until one day it was the 4th of July, 1995. I remember, because I walked into my brother's room and he was watching this anime, and he paused it really quick because, he was a teenager, and he was like, oh no, my big sister, she's catching me watching cartoons. And I'm like, no, show me what it was Ranma 1/2. I don't know if you were familiar with that, but it's about teenage martial artist Ranma Saotome, and he ends up being cursed to turn into a girl when he's splashed with cold water. And Kurt tried to explain this to me, and he was kind of embarrassed about it because he's like, this is 1995. It's like, this is kind of weird. Are you going to be okay with this? And I watched it and I laughed so hard. And so then the rest of the summer, my brother and I were driving all over the entire state to Hollywood Video and Blockbuster trying to find these Ranma 1/2 VHS tapes. And it just went from there. Then there was Slayers and Rurouni Kenshin. And you can see my Rurouni Kenshin figures over here. And I've got, Full Metal Alchemist up there. Gundam Wing. Please Save My Earth. I back then, yes, Seven's Arc 7. Battle Angel. My brother had all the manga. He had all of Rumiko Takahashi's manga, Lum, and My Sonikoku, and basically he would find the anime, and then I have not watched Devilman. Let me scroll up because I know I've missed something. Let's see. There goes our fly. I watched the first season of Rebels, and then I didn't watch anything. And then I stopped watching it. And then I watched all of the Clone Wars. And then I went back and I watched Rebels. And once I had done that, then I watched season 2 of The Mandalorian. So, Temple of the Gods, Red Dwarf. I love Red Dwarf. I can't tell you how many times I watched the first 6 seasons over and over. And yes, and I tried to find the books, but where I live, you couldn't find them. I had to special order them. um, to get the books back. Let's see, it was 1991 when I found Red Dwarf. I It's funny how I mark my life in terms of my major geek moments. It's like 1977, that was Star Wars. 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark. 1985, Back to the Future. Yeah, so it goes on like that. Um, let's see. Uh, Attack on Titan. I've watched the first season and I've read the manga and I enjoy it. I like the manga. It's got a good story, but for me, when I first started watching it, I'm like, oh, this is like trying to be edgy for the sake of being edgy. It's like because the Titans are just so disturbing and, eating people. That first episode, it's like, okay, this is really disturbing. It's kind of like, I liked Death Note up until a certain character got killed. You might know who I'm talking about. But, again, Death Note was just like, oh, yes, we're going to see how dark we can go. And then it seemed like anime kind of went to this, oh, how dark and edgy can we be just for the sake of being dark and edgy? And I was like, See, Full Metal Alchemist managed to be dark and edgy without any effort. Yeah, that's pretty much every modern anime these days, which is why, it's like, okay, I am enjoying Demon Slayer, but let's see, what was Shadow's House? I'm gonna have to pull up my notebook here and there. That way I won't forget. Okay. Gail Miller, you're a dwarf or two. You quoted at my spawn, and they're confused. Me too. I think one of my favorite lines is when Rimmer wants to go to Blue Alert, and Crichton says, "Are you absolutely sure? It does mean changing the bulb." Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed my Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy story, Rory. William Smith, Speed Racer was your first intro. We didn't have Speed Racer. I never saw Speed Racer. Dragon Half. Oh my gosh, that was, yeah. It was incredibly stupid and fun. I watched a lot of really stupid and fun anime back in the day. Um, oh yeah, Tenchi. I watched all the Tenchi Muyo anime. So let's see. I did watch all of Sailor Moon, The Goat Man, 92. Um, I managed to get my hands on fan subs of Sailor Moon from the beginning all the way to Sailor Moon Super S, and that was how I watched Sailor Moon. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't like my favorite. At the time, it was Ranma One Half. Ranma One Half and Sailor Moon were about the same time period for me. And I wrote this 280,000 word fanfic that was really popular at the time. It got me invited as a guest of honor to some anime conventions. So, for a fanfic, that was kind of impressive. I got invited to these anime conventions in Texas, and they flew me there and they paid for my hotel, and I got to stay in the guest room, and I got to meet these voice actors for a lot of the anime. And yeah, Goat Man, it's an epic. And I Have I ever cosplayed? I used to. I haven't recently because my health has prevented me from really doing any good cosplay. The last cosplay I really did was Sadness from Inside Out. Uh, but I used to make really detailed costumes for myself. And then, once I started getting sick, it was for my kids. Uh, I'll show you. See if I can take this down. Star Blazers. That was a really good one. Got to take down this family photo here and show you this. Disneyland. Phineas and Perry the Platypus. We went to the Mickey Mouse Halloween party for Disneyland, and yeah, that Perry the Platypus costume, girl Spawn was about that tall, just the right size, and they had Phineas and Ferb there at the park during the Halloween, and we got pictures of girl Spawn and boy Spawn as Phineas with the characters. And when Perry the Platypus came out and girl Spawn, I mean, they were twins. It was awesome. Anyway, let's see. Speed Racer, Battleship Yamato called Star Blazers. Yes, General Grievous. And oh yeah, Matt Gwynn. Did I ever cosplay? I think the first serious cosplay I ever did was Sally Ragdoll when The Nightmare Before Christmas came out in 1991. No, 93. Edward Scissorhands was 91. And or 90. And I had a really skinny boyfriend at the time. And I made this huge paper mache Jack Skellington head. And I made the dress for Sally, and I got the wig, and I actually spirit gummed the stitches on my cheeks and on my neck, and we actually went to the theater dressed like that on Halloween. And the show had been out, it had been in theaters for about a month. And it was great because when the lights came up after the movie, I had my then boyfriend, he put on the head, and all the little kids were like, oh, it's Jack and Sally. So yeah, I've really enjoyed when I've been able to do it. I've done cosplay. Yes, the Star Blazers song was awesome. I have not seen the remake of Star Blazers. I didn't know they've done a remake. The Star Wars Holiday Special. Yes, a long time ago. I did watch the Star Wars Holiday Special. Have you ever seen Weird Al's video, White and Nerdy, where he's like, goes and he's like paying for an illegal copy of the Star Wars Holiday Special? That's kind of how I managed to see it. It was like illegal copies floating around. I managed to get my hands on one. Youmacon in Detroit. You do cosplay photography, Matt. That's awesome. Happy Light Day. Or happy Life Day or Light Day. But, oh, sorry, I got distracted by email. A live action Japanese, the holiday special would be a great reaction. It's been so long since I've watched it. I've forgotten most of it other than just the feeling of cringe. So, I could probably do a reaction. Oh dear. Um, okay, well, my Temple of the Gods, that fly, my yeah, it's kind of self-preservation to forget. But yeah, reacting to it might be fun. Let's see. Um, on Archive of Our Own, my username is Utuki. That's Utukki. So if she wants to read it, then she can go there. Temple of the Gods. So okay. Wow, we've gone longer than an hour. Does anybody else have any other questions? Because I should kind of get back to my family. Have you read or seen any of The Last Kingdom? I have not. Which would you say is better, the books or the series? Quo Vadis. That and the original Fantastic Four. Well, tell her, Temple of the Gods, tell her thank you for going to read it. It's old. I wrote it and then I stopped like a chapter and a half away from the ending, and then I went on hiatus for 10 years, and then I finished it in 2009. Well, thank you, Rusty. I'm having fun spending this time with you. It's not nearly as scary as I thought it would be, so I'll try to do it more often. Am I going to be doing any more Marvel shows, Jack? Absolutely. Loki. I am dying to watch Loki. Do I keep up with One Piece? No. It was already in the high hundreds before I found out about One Piece, and I was just like, that's way too much of a commitment trying to catch up on that. It's like Detective Conan. It's like if you aren't in at the beginning, it's too hard to catch up. Thank you, Troy. I'm glad you enjoy. The books are better? Okay. Seth, you've seen the holiday special 4 times. General Grievous, time to torture you. Would you rather live in the Star Wars holiday special or have to watch old creepy hermit Luke? Oh no! Star Wars holiday special, hands down. Star Wars holiday special, better than The Last Jedi. Sorry. Well, thank you for coming, Michelle. I appreciate you coming. Temple of the Gods, last thing. Have you ever watched Lex? It's the most bizarre and amazing cool show, the first 2 seasons, and I'm only claiming, by the way. I have never heard of it. This is the first time. I'm going to have to, go back and read this chat and, take all the recommendations down and investigate. William Smith, did I watch Indiana Jones 4? Yes. And then it stopped existing, and I don't know what happened to it. There's only the original first 3 movies, and I Indiana Jones 4, it was like there was a time when I thought it existed, and then it just didn't anymore. Um, Robert, I have a PC, um, because I it's a gaming PC, and it's got, high-end graphics card, uh, and Apple just can't do gaming. It's really good for, like, editing videos and stuff, but when it comes to gaming, PCs beat out Apple. Um, and I was gaming long before I started making videos, so that's why I've got a PC. Let's see. The Goat Man. I don't know about Detective Conan. It's got arcs and background story, but on the whole is just a detective show that starts and ends in one episode. Yeah, that's true. I actually follow it for the arcs, and there's this great website. And I started reading it from the beginning. I actually have like the first 30, 40 volumes of manga. And so um, I there's this website that has all the episodes divided into, is this just a one-off or is this part of the overarching story? Um, so that's how I keep up with Detective Conan. Uh, and you shall not be named. General Grievous, your wisdom teeth being extracted was less painful than the Last Jedi, and you were awake for the whole thing. I know. It was emotionally scarring. Have I played the Jedi Fallen Order games? I have not, but I have bought it and I've downloaded it on Steam, and I've thought about streaming it, but I don't think I can do it on YouTube because Disney is really freaky about their copyright. I might be able to do it on Twitch. I don't know. Law 0308. Am I planning on doing any gaming Let's Plays on the channel? I don't know what YouTube will let me get away with. I checked their gaming channel earlier, and I saw one Star Wars game on there, but Jedi Fallen Order was not among them. So I don't know if they'll let me do a Let's Play. I'll have to investigate, because if I can just live stream on here, then I will do that. Yeah, I know, General Grievous, Harrison Ford got injured. It's like, sometimes it's not just the mileage, it is the years. Save the Star Wars holiday special till November 17th. Air date anniversary of Life Day. Yes, I have played Star Wars The Old Republic. I played it for about 6 months when it was still a subscription. And I guess it's free to play now. So, yes, Temple of the Gods, those are mine. I'm not great at names. Go to Twitch? Okay. Okay, Robert, I'll do Twitch. Jedi Fallen Order is amazing. Others have done Let's Plays, but not sure if they were live. Yeah, so maybe I could, record and just put them up as Let's Plays. Lightsaber fighting mechanics, temple puzzles. You have to watch the enemy and actually duel properly. That sounds great, Jack. Law, did I play Star Wars Galaxies? I never did. General Grievous, Star Wars Squadrons. Basically, the Star Wars games that I have played, the first Star Wars game I played was Dark Forces. And, that way back in the 90s. And I loved it. It was so fun. But the game gave me motion sickness. At first, I started to feel, like a headache and nauseated. I'm like, what's going on? Why do I feel sick? I had never had motion sickness before. And I thought it got really bad when I was going through the sewers and the sewer monster was like popping out and looking around because that's just gross. So I thought, is it just me the fact that I'm crawling through the sewers right now? Is that why I'm feeling? No, it was motion sickness. So I ended up taking Dramamine to play Dark Forces. And after that, it was Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2, and then the multi player online game, Knights of the Old Republic, and that's been about it as far as the Star Wars games have gone. But yeah, I really want to play Fallen Order. Also, you get to run away from Vader in Fallen Order. Like a toned down Dark Souls game. That's intense. Star Wars Galaxy MMO was amazing. You can still play the emulator on private servers. Cool. Echo Base Network. The platforming is so much fun in Jedi Fallen Order, she says sarcastically. I loved Dark Forces and the entire Jedi Knight series. I know, Kyle Katarn. See, when I played Knights of the Old Republic the first time, I had a female character. So, the whole Darth Revan reveal. I loved it. I thought it was great. But then, it was like, no, we have to make it canon that he was a guy. I was like, oh. But my female character, she was so awesome. But they're available on Android. Lots of people stream Subnautica. I think I actually have that. I have it, but I've never played it. So any thoughts on playing Final Fantasy XIV? Everybody and their grandmas apparently dumping WoW and jumping on the back. I noticed that. There have been several videos about jumping from WoW to Final Fantasy XIV. I played Final Fantasy XIV for a while and I loved it. When it first came out, I played and I loved it. But I've gone back to WoW because that's where boy and girl spawn are. And, I enjoy playing with them. And so I don't know that I'll be going back to Final Fantasy XIV. I already have so many things on my plate. Jedi Fallen Order is canon. Yeah, I've heard that. So I definitely need to play it. Oh my goodness. The time is slipping away. Okay. I have really enjoyed this, you guys. But I am going to have to bring it to an end. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming. And Robert, wow. Thank you. See, the Bad Batch has references from Jedi Knight Fallen Order, and I don't get them because I haven't played it yet, so I need to do that. Thank you all for coming, and we're going to have to do this again. So I will see you all later. Bye.